It's so crazy how things just like line up perfectly without even trying. I was gonna show you guys like my painting that I'm working on because I've lately just been in my fourth house in Pisces, you know, with the North Node in Pisces or whatever, just trying to go with the flow of my own creativity. And like it's about channeling emotions, right? So the North Node in Pisces is really an energy of allowing yourself to kind of get lost in the sauce for a creative pursuit. And I say that because we have the fifth house in the dice roll. Now, the fifth house is the house of Leo. It's the house of creativity, but it's also the house of passion and like the type of people that we attract to our lives, right? Or the type of experiences we want to have with others. And so like what's coming through here is right now with this North Node in Pisces, like you're being called to allow yourself to drift away. I'm hearing like nostalgic energies coming through. Okay, so I do want to show you the painting before we get started. So this is the painting that I'm currently working on, and it has like the Ouroboros going around. It's going to have like the Zodiac wheel, but this is representing like soulmates, and that's actually what this reading is about. It's so weird. So soulmates, you know, we have different reincarnations with the same soul tribes. I personally don't do like the whole twin flame thing. I think that's a little bit, you know, I don't know. I think that like, you know, we're all collectively one consciousness, but there are like groups of souls that we reincarnate with that we share like similar energies with, right? Because we've reincarnated in different lifetimes together. And so in each lifetime, like you come into contact with certain souls, and some people like they come into your life and they change you forever, right? And so the energy that's coming through here right now with this message is that there was somebody that changed your life forever. And this individual, I'm hearing you never had a connection like this. This was a very profound, spiritual, like in tune connection. You guys had like a psychic energy, like the psychic bond is what I'm hearing. You could be a water sign, they could be a water sign. I do want to go ahead, speaking of which, let's like see the zodiac signs first before we get started, just so we can make sure this is your reading. All right, so I'm going to pull 6 zodiac signs, and if it's yours, it'll be your message, okay? We do have square challenge coming through. 7th house of love partnerships, of course. Yeah, this is what we're talking about today. I don't usually do love readings, but this is just what's coming through. Okay, so far we're not getting any zodiac signs. We have semi-sextile allowing, and it's to seize the potential in, clarifies, gives hope to. Okay, and we also have Uranus, which is Aquarius energy, but it's also about like, it's like the tower, right? It's like lightning, a lightning that strikes, that changes you forever, right? It's literally like synchronistic events that like, I'm hearing rupture, that rupture your reality, okay, in these relationship dynamics. We have the 8th house. The 8th house is the house of Scorpio. It's the house of death, sex, taxes. Okay, let me get this card real quick. It's also about intimacy, right? There was somebody in your life that you had such an intimate bond. It wasn't just a physical one. It was a very psychic, profound bond that you had with this individual, okay? And especially with that Scorpio energy, this was an intense connection, very intense, highs and lows, secrecy it could be as well. Okay, and there's just this message that this individual, like you still feel their energy. Yeah, we have the 10th, dude, we have no zodiacs coming through here. What the heck? 10th house of reputation, okay? And so what's coming through here, okay, this is the house of like your career, responsibilities, and things like that. This might be something that's come to the forefront. I'm also hearing your reputation has shifted since being in this connection, okay? You've completely changed. Like this person changed you forever, and you changed them forever is what's coming through here, okay? Let me put these cards over here to the side though, because I'm trying to get a zodiac sign. Come on, y'all. Okay, oh, we have Cancer coming through. Okay, the first zodiac sign is Cancer, okay? So you could be a Cancer or you're dealing with a Cancer, okay? Trying to get Gemini. You could be a Gemini or dealing with a Gemini, okay? Oh, hey, hey. We have Sagittarius. We have Pisces. Oh, no, that's Libra, okay? Quincunx complexity, okay? Irritates, puzzles, mystifies. There's this energy. There's definitely a no contact situation coming through here. Even though it is no contact, I'm hearing that y'all are connected spiritually. We have Leo coming through, speaking of 5th house energy. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we need one more zodiac sign. One more zodiac sign. Trine. Yeah, that's an energy of like, it felt like everything was easy, okay? Everything was easy with this person. That's what it felt like. Okay, we have Aries and we have Capricorn, okay? So if you did not see your zodiac sign, then this is not going to be your reading. okay? But if you did see your zodiac sign, welcome to this message, okay? I am seeing right now that like you are more focused on like your finances and your career. I'm hearing maybe like to distract yourself from the heartbreak, but at night, like it's like it just creeps in, right? Bottom of the house, we have the third house of perception, speech, thoughts, social media, excursions, dating, okay, so siblings, street lives, circulation. Okay, that's also the house of Gemini coming through. So there's a lot of mental energy coming through here as well. I'm hearing like changing your mind back and forth. Okay, so let's get started with this message. The first cards we have coming through, we have heartache and loss, right? So it's kind of like Three of Swords energy. And it's clarified with the fertility card, okay? So especially with the loss and fertility, could have been, let's say, I'm hearing a loss of a child, okay? I'm sorry if that happened to you. But also what I'm hearing here is through the pain that something fertile was birthed out of you, okay? Coming back to that fifth house of creativity, right? And so that's okay. Whenever we experience pain in our lives, whenever we transmute it into some sort of like creative expression or into our betterment, that's how you become an alchemist, right? The pain has a purpose, right? And without the pain, you would not be able to create. You're a very creative person is what I'm hearing here. Okay. And so I'm hearing you're sitting on fertile soil right now. And I know that like sometimes it doesn't really feel like it, especially whenever like this is something that's been mental. What's interesting is both of these cards are 3. 3 plus 3 equals 6. Okay, you could be a life path 6 or dealing with a life path 6. Okay, but the 6 represents the mother. Coming back to the energy of fertility, or it's giving like, you know, the Empress energy, okay? The Empress, she doesn't just sit here and wallow, right? This is a energy of like, you know, like I said, it's like even though the soil, it was a harsh winter kind of thing, like, but the soil is still fruitful, okay? Even though on the surface it looks like there's nothing going on, underneath I'm hearing that there's like this fire that's erupting inside of you, okay? Now, I want to go ahead and let you know, though, look at this energy. You literally have this very deep psychic connection to this individual, okay? And this is something that has been going on for lifetimes. That's the reason why it's been really hard to cut the cords with this person. You might have tried to cut the cords with this person, tried to, like, let's say, like, just disregard them and just ignore them. But, like, this is something that can't be ignored because this is a life lesson that you've repeated over and over in different lifetimes. And it goes deeper than just this lifetime, okay? Like I'm also hearing spirit say you might want to go and do like a past life regression hypnosis. That might help you so you can get some more clarity in regards to your connection with this person, okay? We have the Two of Cups, spiritual union coming through, and we also have the third eye chakra, okay? So we have number 2 and number 6, which adds up to 8, which represents the infinity symbol or a karmic cycle, okay? And so like in a past life, this individual like really hurt you, and maybe in this lifetime you hurt them, right? That's what happens with reincarnation, is that a lot of times whatever we do to other people in past lives, they end up doing to us in the next lifetime, okay? That way we can balance the scales of karma, okay? And so there's no justifying like, you know, things that people do, but when it comes down to it, we're all guilty as charged is what I'm hearing. And so like this was like a big test in regards to like, you know, it kind of humbled both parties is what I'm hearing, whatever happened. But with the third eye chakra coming through with the spiritual union, like what's coming through here is, like I said, very psychic. I mean, even look at these cards, you know, I'm hearing like you're literally like really in tune with this person, okay? You feel their energy. You might get goosebumps a lot is what I'm hearing here as well. We have intuition, speaking of which, okay? So there is this energy of like, you've been like, even though like with the solitude energy, you have been to yourself, more recluse energy. It's giving like hermit energy, not really wanting to connect with a lot of people right now. Spirit's saying that's okay. This is definitely a time of transmuting heartbreak into creative expression, okay? And we also have coming through triumph and spiritual strength, okay? So Spirit's saying that like you've actually grown stronger through this connection. Like without this person's like impact on your life, like you wouldn't be the person that you are today. You wouldn't be like, I'm hearing stoic and wise and think more critically, because I feel like maybe you were more like reckless in the past is what I'm hearing. We also have intuition coming through, so it's kind of double whammy with the third eye chakra and intuition. This person woke up your psychic powers. Like they were always there. You always had like, you know, I'm hearing psychic phenomenon happen throughout your life. Like I'm hearing hauntings, ghosts, and things like that, okay? Especially with that 8th house energy, okay? But I'm hearing a message come through that without this, like, this experience with this individual, you wouldn't have increased your intuition, okay? So I've talked about this before. Intuition is there to protect us, okay? And also, like, for discernment and connection, and also, like, to read the room, right? And so you have this really, like, powerful ability to sense, like, what people want or need, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what's giving. I'm getting, like, this nurturing energy from you. Okay, and so what I'm hearing here is that like this gave you and this other person, like y'all are both in solitude is what Spirit's showing me, okay? Y'all are both in solitude, y'all are mirroring each other currently. And I'm also hearing like with this psychic connection, you do like pick up the thoughts on this person and vice versa. Like I said, like I'm getting like goosebumps right now. Okay, so like you might be getting a lot of goosebumps like whenever you think about this person, and that's just because like y'all are like visiting each other on the astral, okay? We also have coming through triumph and spiritual strength, okay? So with triumph coming through here, I am seeing victory in regards to the situation, okay? Your intuition is on point right now. Like you've been picking up on this person, and there has been a part of yourself that like doubts it, like, am I really like why am I feeling this person's energy? It's because like I said, like this is a very deep psychic connection that you have with this individual. There's a lot of like transmuting and healing going on through this eclipse season. Okay, so go ahead and see where you have Pisces and Virgo in your chart, and that's going to show you like what you're releasing and what you're attracting, okay, and where you're going. Like I said, with the North Node being in Pisces, this is a time to not fight the current. Pisces represents the two fish, right? And one fish is going upstream, is trying to resist change, and then the other fish is like allowing the shift, allowing the change, okay? Allow the metamorphosis of yourself, okay? Because that's what you're currently going through. That's what pain is there for. Pain is there to teach us a lesson. Without pain, we wouldn't have purpose, okay? So viewing this pain as giving you some sort of, I'm hearing formidable purpose is what I just heard, okay? And so especially coming back to that fertility energy and the fifth house, there was something about this individual. It's like they woke something up inside of you and vice versa, okay? You also woke up something inside of them as well. Okay, this connection like caused a radical shift in both of y'all's psyche. Okay, is what I'm hearing. And with the spiritual strength coming through with triumph, I am seeing the number 9 twice. And as I'm recording this, I believe today's a 9-day, actually. And 9 is about endings. I'm hearing hope deferreth makes the heart sick. Okay, and so there's this message coming through because Pisces with that North Node in Pisces and Saturn's in Pisces, that's a dissolving of boundaries. And that's the reason why lately you've been thinking about this person is because Pisces energy dissolves the boundaries, right? Where like two souls will mesh into each other and you can't see where one ends and where one begins, okay? So that's actually what's going on right now. There's this like fluid energy going on between you and this other person, even though like y'all aren't around each other, okay? So let's go ahead and get it popping and see some more about this energy, okay? So with hope deferreth makes the heart sick. Spirit's saying at this time, I know that like you're really in tune right now with what's going on in the astral. Okay, Spirit does want you to set some boundaries though, because you know sometimes whenever we're so connected with somebody like this, it can kind of zap our energies, right? Where we feel depleted, we feel like we don't have enough energy to like do basic things because this individual is like preoccupying your aura right now. Okay, like I said, y'all are really connected, like in a beautiful way, but like it feels like both parties had to separate to learn different lessons, okay? So y'all are both learning lessons about independence is what I'm hearing, and to not be codependent to people. That's been the biggest breakthrough that's happening with you right now. Okay, tell me what happened in this situation, Spirit. Oh my God. We have wish coming through with triumph coming through here as well. Like there is a message coming through that this person might be like, you know, your one true desire and vice versa with the wish card. We also have a jackass coming through. And so this is showing me that this person does feel foolish, okay, for letting you go, and memories coming through. Yeah, very nostalgic energies coming through with this message. You might be in a process of like, I'm hearing a process of elimination and like focusing on what's important for you and what you really want for yourself. Like I said, fifth house energy, what you desire and what you desire out of a partnership is also what I'm hearing, okay? So maybe like this connection is also coming up because there was something about this individual that sparked a fire inside of you. Is what I'm hearing, okay? And so that I'm hearing that's really what you're craving is that fire again. You're craving that fire. You're saying give it to yourself. Give this fire to yourself. We have divine feminine. You or the other person is the divine feminine coming through. But the divine feminine is water energy. It's feminine essence. It's like attracting, drawing in. Okay, so Spirit's saying that you are drawing in, whether it's going to be this person or somebody who's kind of similar. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody who reflects an aspect of your spirit, your soul. Okay, tell me about this energy, Spirit. Okay. Divine masculine, bro. Yeah, soulmate, I'm gonna go ahead and put them together, okay? So I'm also hearing different walks of life. There's something about like with the separation, there was a lot of things that came in between y'all, whether it's other people's opinions and things like that. And I feel like there's this message coming through, like you're tired of going through routine is what I just heard. Okay, there's this energy of like stagnancy, okay? Because the South Node being in Virgo, that is about like kind of routine. It's about order, okay? Bringing order from chaos. But I'm hearing that you're kind of craving a little bit of chaos in your life. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm hearing adventure. Like, you need to do something that's going to spark adventure in you, whether it's go out more, go do something, explore. Because this person, that's what it is. Like, you miss the adventure, the rush is what I just heard. And we have love, hate coming through. So, especially with both parties, because like I said, y'all are very psychically connected, okay, with that third eye energy coming through here. Like, it's a love-hate thing, because, like, you know what they're thinking, you know what they're feeling, like, you just know. Like, you don't even have to go check on them. Like, you just check on them in the astral and vice versa, okay? And, like, they love the fact that they love you, but they also hate the fact that they're so, like, attached to you, okay? We have the Thug card coming through. So like I said in the beginning, like, your reputation changed and vice versa. Their reputation changed as well. This is very low vibing, you know, for the streets kind of energy, with a Thug message coming through here. Clean up your act is what's coming through. Yeah, shady. Okay, moving on, letting go, loving you and free. Yeah, this is where, like, Spirit's been calling you to, like, set yourself free in this situation and to learn how to love yourself. Okay, but what's coming through here, though, yeah, with that shady and Thug energy, there were a lot of secrets. Like I said, the 8th house, which is the house of Scorpio. You might have Scorpio placements in your chart, but it can represent, like, secrecy and also, like, addiction and things like that, right? It's like the emotional roller coaster, okay? So with this energy coming through with shady, you see she's wearing a mask, right? And there's this message coming through that, like, the mask was ripped off. I'm hearing disillusionment, okay? But we do have love message coming through here as well. So this individual, like, they might be wanting to message you, contact you, or vice versa. Okay, tell me where this energy left you hanging. No closure, no contact, and left on red. Okay, so there's definitely no closure in the situation. But like I said, like, the reason why it's been so difficult is because you just naturally, intuitively know with that intuition card, like, you know, there's unfinished business. So the bottom of the deck, oh, we have pregnancy coming through. Okay, so back to that lost energy and the fertility card. Definitely could have been, like, you know, miscarriage, whatever, something like that happened for you. Okay, I'm sorry. I know how that feels, boo. I feel you. That's really hard. We have the Chariots, the card of Cancer coming through, okay? So like I said, going with the flow of things, okay? The Chariot card is about fate, okay? Allowing fate to guide you, right? Because in the original tarot, with the original tarot, there's usually, like, stars above the Chariot's head, which represents, like, the stars aligning. That's what's happening right now. Ooh, confirmation. Okay. No, what I'm hearing, though, is, like, this has been a time of purging, okay, of an ego death. You're going through, like, this ego death, coming back to that solitude energy, okay, where you're processing a lot of these emotions and these memories with this person, okay, regardless of how long ago this was, because it still feels fresh for some reason, okay. But we also have the 8 of Wands. This could also, it literally landed on top of the love message, okay. So I'm hearing coming through, like, there's going to be either messages from this person, or you're feeling called to reach out, or y'all are going to run into each other. But this is about forward movement, okay, not feeling stuck or stagnant. We will get some clarifiers for these. Okay, we have the 5 of Wands coming through, which is about, like, kind of conflict energies, okay, things that seem that have gotten in the way of this connection. That's what I'm hearing, things that got in the way of the connection. I'm definitely hearing, like, opinions from other people, okay. And we have the Queen of Wands. Wow. Okay. So this is about, like, restoring your confidence in yourself is what I'm hearing, because, like, this situation, like, you might be confident in every other area in your life, but this is, like, the one area that, like, you know, in secrecy, you're just like, ugh, like, you're still kind of harping over. And Spirit's saying, like, this is a time period. Like I said, it's like a birth happening. Like, you're pushing, like, you're being pushed out of the canal right now through these eclipse seasons, okay? And so through this, it's like you're regaining your fire, okay? Back to that 5th house energy, right? You were craving spark, spontaneous energies. You were craving, like, passion and, like, soul depth, because you have been in connections with people recently, I'm hearing, where it's like, yeah, on paper, everything, like, checked the box or whatever, but, like, they didn't meet that, like, really soulful criteria is what I'm hearing here, okay? And so, like, now is a time period, like, to ask yourself, okay, what was it about this connection that, you know, sparked the fire in me, and how can I give that to myself? That's what I'm hearing here, okay? So clarify the Chariot, Spirit. Clarify the Chariot. Oh, we have the 10 of Cups coming through and the Page of Cups. Hold on, let me just, like, marinate on this real quick. Holy crap. a lot of like emotional fulfillment energies. This individual could be coming towards you. They're energetically coming towards you is what the Spirit's saying here, okay? And the Page of Cups with the Ten of Cups, like this is like Pisces energy, okay? This is also like, okay, living in the wish fulfilled is what I just heard. So if you know anything about manifestation, if you're trying to, let's say, either manifest this person or something like that, it's about living in the wish fulfilled. That's how you truly pray, by like closing your eyes and like imagining like what it is that you truly want for yourself, right? Spirit wants you to like embody those energies, okay, if that's really what you want. Oh, we have death coming through. That's a card of Scorpio. We have a lot of like water energy coming through, really intense psychic energy, okay? This is a Scorpio, okay? I say that because we have the Queen of Cups coming through. We have a lot of water energy, Scorpio energy, okay? Could be reaching out to you, okay, with the Eight of Wands here. We have the Five of Cups coming through in the reversal for the Five of Wands, okay? So in the upright, this is talking about feeling like the glass is half empty instead of half full. With it being in the reversal, it's like you're starting to finally build up the spiritual resilience is what Spirit's saying. It's been a tug of war, a spiritual battle in the mental is what I'm hearing, to either like hold on or let go. That's what I'm hearing here, okay? And Spirit's saying it's like whenever you let something go, okay, moving on, letting go, okay, it's like if you love something, let it go. And if it comes back, it was always meant to be. Oh, I just got goosebumps. If it's meant to be, it'll come back to you. That's the message. If it's meant to be, it'll come back to you. Okay. Oh, we have the Queen of Wands and we have the Devil coming through here. Ooh, hold on. What is this, Spirit? Okay. Oh, okay. So we have Capricorn, we have Leo, and we have Aquarius energy, okay? So we have the Strength card and we have the Star card. Wow. Yes, it's like dropping your defenses and finally letting go of the attachment to this person, okay? So this is what's been blocking your manifestations, is the attachment that you have so strongly to this person, right? Like I said, transmuting it could be in a creative way, whether it's through music or artwork and stuff like that, okay? For example, my little painting here, like, you know, that's me transmuting some stuff, right? So like that's what, especially you being a creative person, you're definitely a creative individual, okay? So it's time to channel that, transmute it, and then like close the chapter is what I just heard, okay? So you're saying you have what it takes with the Strength card and the Star card. And the Star is all about like dreaming again, allowing yourself to dream, because like I said, I heard hope deferred makes the heart sick, right? Where you're feeling like, you know, nothing's going to change. This person's never going to come back around. Like, what's the point? And Spirit's saying like, don't let this individual or the situation make you stop living. Like, keep living your life. And like I said, if it's meant to be, like, you're gonna end up running into this person. Like, I'm seeing synchronistic events happen. Like, when you finally let go of control and like just stop obsessing about them or thinking about them, all of a sudden, like, they come running back into your life. Like, that's the energy that this is giving, okay? And so with the North Node in Pisces, it's all about faith, because Pisces, like I said, goes with the flow. It's not trying to push, it's not trying to control, it's just going with the current of the river, okay? I'm going to link down a song down below by Incubus, and it's called Aquarius Transmission, okay? And here's your assignment. This is what your assignment is. Play that song, close your eyes, and allow yourself to just sway, okay? And just allow yourself to feel the song, listen to the lyrics, okay? And let yourself get lost in it, okay? That's my assignment to you. That's what Spirit wants you to do, is to surrender. Allow yourself to be in this present moment and to feel the beauty and the essence of the now, okay? Because this is where you can create beautiful change, okay? For yourself, okay? Because you're deserving of happiness. You're deserving of fulfillment. You're deserving of love and joy and peace, okay? And if it's taken away from your peace, gotta let it go. And this is all that you have to do. Just let go. Let go and let God, literally, okay? Because when we try to force things, when we try to, you know, we want things to work out. We want them to message us. We want to be recognized. We want to be witnessed. Spirit's saying witness yourself. And I feel like we kind of got that message in the last reading about witnessing. A lot of times whenever we're really craving somebody, it's just because we want to be witnessed, right? And so our job is to witness ourselves, witness our transformation, witness our beauty, witness our, like, what makes us unique, what makes us special, right? And like I said, you're a very creative person. This is something that makes you very special, okay? And so, oh, this is going to be a time period of really connecting with that. Oh, I'm so excited for you. Okay, girl. Oh, boy. Ooh. Okay. I want to see some, like, you know, let's see some messages from this person, though. Okay. What would this individual say to them? What do they want to say to them? Oh, we have time. It says, I'm afraid it's too late to take action. So they feel like it's too late. They're literally in the same boat as you. You might be feeling the same way. Like I said, there's like this mirroring energy. Y'all are definitely soulmates, okay? So they feel like it's too late. They feel like they've lost a second chance, is what I just heard. Guilty. I feel pain from the damage I've caused. They feel guilty. It could be for not reaching out, or they feel guilty for what they did to you, okay? New chapter. I am trying to move on. Like this person, like I said, is a mirrored energy where maybe both parties are trying to move on, and it's like you just feel magnetized to each other is what I'm hearing here, okay? Okay, commitment. I want you to be a part of my future. Like I said, 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Like it's giving Two of Pentacles kind of energy where, you know, y'all are both in the old reality, but y'all are also both like moving on. And I feel this energy like the moment that both parties completely like just shatter the illusion of separateness and decide just to move on. It's like I'm hearing this is what it's like when worlds collide, is what I just heard. Okay. Runner, I don't want to run anymore. Yeah, this person is tired. I'm hearing they're tired of living in denial. Okay, they've been living in denial about this connection, holding back. I should have expressed myself better. Okay, so definitely like a lot of unspoken words. Y'all have a lot to talk about. I'm hearing y'all do talk a lot, like in the astral, like I said, but things need to shift. Like it just feels like what's going to end up eventually happening once both parties move on. Okay, it might even get to a point where both parties like are no longer like romantically involved, kind of thing, right? And like what's going to end up happening is that y'all are finally going to have an opportunity just to talk things out and like finally get like wrap up some closure, okay? And we have dishonesty. By lying, I ripped us apart. Okay, so they were not honest with you. They were not completely honest with you of how they felt. I'm hearing they kind of stonewalled you and like you felt like they didn't care anymore, and vice versa. They felt like you didn't care either, okay? And that's what caused the schism in this connection. We have regret. I wish that never happened. They wish that they would have been honest with you when they had the chance, is what I just heard, okay? Bottom of the deck, we have reciprocity. I want to have equal give and take, okay? So what they truly want is like openness in the connection. They want to be honest. I feel this energy of unspoken truths, right, in both parties, okay? So I am here, Spirit say, like, learn, finally be honest with yourself, okay? Sometimes you have to be honest with yourself on how you're feeling. That way you can finally just, like, release it and let it go, okay? So admit the truth to yourself and, you know, forgive yourself is also what I'm hearing, okay? Because you can't change the past, but you can change your future by focusing on the now, okay? So, Spirit, let's go ahead and get you some final advice. So, Spirit, what final advice do you have for the person watching today? The past, exactly. I'm going to just leave it at this. This is releasing rebirth in spring. And so I listened as my heart told me to let go of the past so that I may awaken to how much I have grown, right? And so this connection, the situation has had you, it's like 1 foot has been in the past and the other foot's been in the future, right? And like this is like the final push right now, okay? So Spirit's calling you to like let go of the past. Just let go of what happened. Especially what I'm hearing, especially like whenever you're wanting to manifest new experiences, you're not going to end up manifesting that same person. Like they've changed and you've changed, right? And like y'all don't even really know each other anymore on a physical. Like spiritually y'all know each other, but so much has happened in both parties separately with different experiences. Y'all don't even know each other anymore, right? And so I'm hearing like if you want to manifest this individual, like you can't look at them with the same old eyes because both people have changed. This is a time of hearing challenge and change. It's time to let them go. And if they're meant to be, they'll come back to you, okay? I'm going to get a couple more. Goddess of the sea, abundance, purification, and ego. It's time to come home. Okay, so this is definitely giving like that ego death energy, okay? Purification of ego. That's what's happening on both parties, okay? So this has been a time period, like I said, with a solitude energy where you might be feeling more like a recluse. But this, like I said, it's like fertile ground and coming home to yourself, okay? That's the reason why like you've been feeling this disconnect from other people and stuff. Is because right now is not a time to really like, you know, jump into another relationship or something like that. Like it's giving like time to yourself, like relearning who you are. I'm hearing born again. You're being born again. And we have memento mori, which just simply means remember that one day we will die. Okay, so remember that one day, like this is all fading. Like everything is an illusion. Like I said with this with this painting that I'm doing. Like, we come into these lifetimes and we have these painful experiences, but there's also beauty in the pain, right? And so allowing yourself to see the beauty in the pain that you've experienced, okay? What did it teach you? And how can you live more in this present moment, right? That's what Spirit's saying. One day you're not going to be here, right? And we're going to reincarnate. You're going to run into this person again, and like maybe the roles are going to be switched. You know what I'm saying? Like, life is an adventure. Life is a river, okay? That's what that song "Row, Row, Row Your Boat's" about, okay? Gently down the stream, merrily, 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 merrily. Life is but a dream, okay? So if life is but a dream, get to dreaming, get to living, okay, boo? Bottom of the deck, we have potential and possibility, future highest self and quantum leap. Reach out to the potential that's calling for you, okay? So, there is this fear if you let this individual go or the situation go, that it's just going to disappear from you forever. But on the contrary, when you let go and you let God, miracles happen. But what's being called for you right now is you stepping into your fullest potential, right? And learning to expand yourself like Jupiter, okay? All right, so that's 3.5 for you, darling. If it resonated, feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe. Hit the little notification bell so you don't miss out. Until next time, you have a blessed, wonderful day. Ta-ta.